Hey everybody, Matt Hartman here for Drunkard's Walk. Thanks so much for listening, and a big thank you to Jesse L.E. for our theme music and Nick Harmio for our artwork. Well, here we are with another extra, and this time we're going to be taking a little look at one of our topic suggestions from a couple of seasons ago, A Court of Thorns and Roses. Oh my gosh, I can never say that right, and you'll see in what you're about to listen to. So anyway, if you are enjoying these little extras, remember you can check out the video versions of them on YouTube or TikTok. Just follow us there, and they come out actually a week earlier on TikTok and YouTube. So don't miss that. Don't miss our link tree where you can get links to all of the things that you need, the YouTube, the TikTok, as well as our topic suggestion form and our merch and all that great stuff. So hopefully you're enjoying this, and enjoy the show. Hey everybody, Matt Hartman here again for Drunkard's Walk. So we have another extra for you, and this week we're going to be taking a look at A Court of Thorns and Roses, or A Court of Thorns. Well, anyway, I don't know. I'm not the expert on this. The expert is my wife, Emma Hartman. Hi, Emma. How you doing?
Hi, I'm good. I don't know that I call myself an expert.
No?
No, I just think that it's something that I enjoy.
Oh, okay. Well, you're the one who gave us the suggestion, so I thought you're probably the best person to go to talk to about this. Now, I don't really know anything about this. My cat is climbing onto my lap. Hi, Peanut. What are you doing?
You want to come sit with me?
What are you doing, buddy? Hi. We'll talk about American Shorthairs some other time. But this is a series of books, right?
Yes.
And it's by who? Who is the author of this?
The author is Sarah J. Maas.
Okay. And are these her first books?
Yes. So she...
Oh, there's her name right there behind you.
Yeah. So this is her current collection.
Oh, that's all of them.
Yeah, I think so. Now, I could be a really bad fan and just be liking her fantasy stuff. I just recently dove into Rebecca Yarros's non-fantasy
I see.
books, and they're really good. So I need to do some research to see if Sarah J. Maas has done anything else.
Sure.
But this series right here, ACOTAR, it's the ACOTAR series, A Court of Thorns and Roses, you had it right.
Okay. I wasn't sure what got pluralized and what didn't.
Sure. Is kind of like the first step into the Maas universe, which is this whole collection.
Okay.
So a very, very good friend of mine suggested that I start with this collection.
Do you want to tell us your friend's name?
Her name is Heather Evans.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's my...
A shout out.
Book talk girly for life.
Okay.
And influences me in the best and worst kinds of ways.
Mm-hmm.
So much so that she and I went to New York to see Rebecca Yarros speak.
Oh, okay.
When Onyx Storm came out. So she encourages me to spend my money on bookish things.
I see.
So yeah, we have ACOTAR. Then we move into the Throne of Glass series, which is this series. Mm-hmm. This series is complete.
I see. Okay.
And then after that, we move into the Crescent City series.
Sure.
Nothing irks me more than when the books aren't the same size.
Yeah, what's the deal with that?
Drives me crazy.
It's terrible.
So I don't know if I need to get these two in this size, I don't know, but it bothers me.
Well, but these aren't A Court of Thorns and Roses.
They're not, but I'm giving you a background on Sarah J. Maas. But back to A Court of Thorns and Roses.
Right.
This is not a complete series.
No,
yet.
no, certainly not. I can tell the way it's boxed.
I know, which means I'm going to have to get, like, when the next book comes out, the next box set.
Yeah.
This series is about 3 sisters in the beginning. So the first book is A Court of Thorns and Roses.
Right.
It gives Beauty and the Beast at first. And you really fall in love with the main female protagonist character and her kind of captor turned lover turned beastie man, Tamlin. That changes pretty quickly as we move on through the series.
Okay.
Because Tamlin's a big derp. We don't like Tamlin.
Oh. Is this controversial, or is this nobody likes?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Well, I don't know. I haven't read that.
I purchased a candle for Heather for like a birthday or a Christmas or something, and in it, on the outside, it says smells like Tamlin's a little bitch.
Oh.
Yeah, because he's the worst. Some people still have love for him. I do not.
No.
In fact, little sidetrack. A lot of people read this book, loved Tamlin so much that they went and got his name tattooed on their bodies.
Oh.
Before moving on and realizing how just...
So in that book, still fine. But once we move out of that book, not so good.
Still fine. I was never taken by Tamlin. I don't. He's pretty controlling. Similarly to the Beast in Beauty and the Beast, right?
Sure,
He's kind of a jerk. And then he starts to learn.
Right.
But I did feel like he was a little overpowering, and I just didn't like his whole demeanor and his whole situation.
Okay.
But essentially, we kind of move through the series. So the first 3 books, which is the red, green, and pink books here. So we have A Court of Thorns and Roses, A Court of Mist and Fury, and A Court of Wings and Ruin. These are all kind of focused on Feyre, which is the main protagonist. It moves through kind of her story as a human. She actually then turns into a high fae. This is a book about fairies and fae and magical creatures. Our cat is now on our table. Not supposed to be there.
Get down here. See, cats aren't supposed to be on tables in this house.
No feet where we eat.
No.
I'm doing a really terrible, it's such a good...
Okay, you don't have to, there are people who have read this.
Right.
And the people who want to read this will read this, right?
I mean, I definitely recommend it.
So you don't need to give us the actual summary of the story.
Okay.
But what I do want you to tell me is, why do you like this? Why do other people seem to like this? What's the deal?
I like it because, I grew up reading Harry Potter. Okay. I love the fantasy world.
Sure.
I also read things like Twilight and those types of things, and The Hunger Games and these kind of fantastical worlds. I feel like The Hunger Games is a little more I feel like it's fantastical.
Dystopian.
But it's dystopian. Thank you. But as I grew older and came into adulthood, I didn't really find anything in the fantasy genre that really kind of grasped me. It all felt very YA. And I just couldn't get into it. So I stopped reading for the longest time. And I would read here and there, and I'd find something that interested me, but they were one-offs. But I was really in the mood for getting my teeth into a series of books. And this was the gateway series to everything else on the shelf. And I actually have other books on other shelves.
Right.
And many, many more audiobooks of different things too, because I love to listen to audiobooks. It is that fantasy world Sarah J. Maas's world building skills are wonderful. There is not a lot of exposition. Okay. Expedition to Everest.
Right, sure.
There's not a ton of exposition.
Yeah.
She kind of just goes kind of straight into the world and expects you to just catch up. And you genuinely do. Okay. I really didn't feel at any point that I needed a glossary or, I needed to go back to learn wait, what does that mean? And what is that? Whereas when I've tried to read things like The Hobbit or Lord of the Rings, I don't need a chapter to describe a hobbit hole.
So hot take, these books are better than Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Oh, dang. She said it.
Oh,
Okay.
dang.
Oh, sorry,
Oh,
internet.
dang.
I don't know what to tell you. Her views do not necessarily express those of Drunkard's Walk or our affiliates. So you've got some things sitting up here. I see a picture of a mountain. I see a Dementor drinking from a mug. There's a little end table. I see a mirror. Are all these things related to this or no?
Listen, he just said, I see a mountain. Let's not even get past the Dementor.
There's a mountain.
So this little picture,
Yeah.
I printed it out because I felt like the shelf needed something, but
Okay.
now I look at the shelf, it's kind of overloaded, but
Yeah,
I love
a little
it.
bit, yeah.
So this is the 3 peaks of Valaris,
Oh, sure.
which is where Feyre ends up living with her lover.
Okay.
I say lover, her like true mate.
Sure. Good enough.
And it has a quote on it that is my favorite quote from the book.
Mm-hmm.
And the quote is, "To the stars who listen and the dreams that are answered."
I see. Okay. So you created this little image?
I did.
Or you just printed it out?
I did. I
Okay.
created it and I printed it out.
Very
and then
nice.
this
Mhm.
is the Sorial,
Sure.
which is a character that Feyre comes across a few different times throughout the whole series.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny because it's just described as this horrific thing that you would never be able to catch or kill or do anything bad to. It's just too powerful. But Feyre creates this like kinship and trusting relationship with this thing, which is kind of nice, and I love it. And I love the dry and dark like humor that is wrapped around
Gotcha.
the Sorial.
All right. Now pick one of these 3 things to tell us about because we got to wrap this up.
But I thought you said this was going to be one of those like long form videos that we could talk for like hours.
No, I said it was no, I definitely never said those words.
Okay. Okay, then I'm going to do like a rapid fire. I picked some
okay.
questions for you to ask me, but you weren't interested in asking me them. So I'm going to ask them to myself.
It's not the way that works, but sure.
Okay, so what is my favorite court?
Okay.
The Court of Night. The Night Court.
Sure. Oh, Night Court. Yeah, I love that. Harry Anderson and we got Bull. I love Night Court.
What is my favorite book in the series?
Yeah.
It is a Court of Wings and Ruin.
Okay.
You all know why.
Wink.
Wink. Which is my least favorite book in the series.
Sure.
Ooh, dang. Gosh.
Ooh, asking the hard questions
Ooh, dang.
now.
Asking myself the hard questions. Oh, that's a hard one, Matt. Which is it? You know what? Maybe the first one because
Okay.
Tamlin. You know.
Great, yeah,
This one's a novella though.
Right.
It's cute. I could skip it.
Too short, yeah. Okay.
Most punchable character.
Sure.
Tamlin,
yeah. We already got that. We figured that
we
one,
already
yeah.
got it. Most underrated character.
Right.
I would say that would have to be Asriel, but I think his story's coming.
Right, because he's the cat of Gargamel, yeah.
Yeah, sure. Scene that made you gasp out loud was in that one book where Feyre and Rhysand are
Okay.
you know,
Sure.
And she asks him if they can do that same thing, but in the mind bond that they have. Yeah. Okay. Best quote or line from the series. Obviously, it's the one that I have framed there. To the stars who listen and the dreams that are answered. And Dream Akatar casting for the upcoming show.
Okay.
So it was optioned out. Hulu picked it up, and I really don't like that Hulu picked it up.
Okay.
But I have 2 people. Okay,
do it.
I have for Cassian,
Sure.
Tom Holland. I think that would be fantastic casting.
Okay.
So Tom Holland for Cassian.
They'll never get
and
him,
then for Nesta,
Sure.
Florence Pugh. That's it. I don't have anyone else yet, but I've thought long and hard about those 2 characters, and I just love those actors. I think that they would be epic in those roles. So anyway, that is a Court of Thorns and Roses. There are more books to come, and if this was longer, I'd tell you so much more about it because I love it so much.
Well, thank you very much, Emma. We appreciate all of your time that you gave us here and this very in-depth analysis you gave us in a very short amount of time, I got to admit. So I really appreciate it. Thanks for walking us through all of this. And you who are listening and watching, hopefully you enjoyed this additional extra. And hey, keep watching, keep paying attention because season 12 is right around the corner. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.